Okay, Skate Nerd Scott, back again with another magazine look back through my own personal look back library. Summer 97 issue of Skateboarder. This was, I believe, after, Skateboarder magazine had been away for, maybe close to 20 years or something like that. Some industry folks got together and brought it back for a special issue. Later on, it became like a regular monthly publication. But at this time, this was a special issue that looks like BAM. I think that's BAM. Style plus function equals S, the future of footwear. Those are the first costumes. Yes, those came out right at that time. Lots of heel lift in those. I kind of hated them, even though I wore like 3 pairs. And this is before they had the air pocket. Oh, Josh Casper blind. I fucking hate that photo. What a dumb photo. Kane Gale, pretty much at the top of his game here on DC. Cover photo. Bam and Dan got kicked out minutes after the shot was taken. Big surprise. Bam Margera suicide drops in front of the Huntington Beach police station. That is a Sturt photo. That is a Daniel Harold Sturt photo. That graininess to it. I feel like this, how Sturt would normally frame a photo, this would have been half of it. And the other half would just been like the courtyard of this building or whatever. Ooh, here we go. Flashing back to the beginning of Skateboarder magazine. Jay Adams in 1976 doing, what is that, an edger? We just kind of like fly out and then somehow make it back in magically. You don't see a lot of footage of this trick. You see a lot of photos, but not a lot of footage of this magic happening before the ollie was invented. Interesting. Okay, I don't care. Not particularly interesting. Reef shoes. A Laban pro model and an Adoldiani pro model. Adoldiani was Danish maybe? Here's Laban doing what he does best, juggling. Fucking not skateboarding. All right, Rune Glifberg for flip, not skating. Tony Hawk, barely skating. Oh, George Joseph, man, these ads are not great. Dave Carney, I'm sure it was interesting. I'm not gonna sit and read that. Must be a powder day. Snowboarding was using skateboarding to advertise snowboarding. And then saying that snowboarding is superior to skateboarding. Are we to think that all the Burnside locals drinking beer and smoking crack are then getting out their snowboards when it's a powder day? All right, Duff's shoes with a throwback ad, doing like a girl throwback, really ripping off. Yeah, that's not a good look for them. But Chris Markovich having some fun. Rarity, he's taking himself not too seriously. I don't know what's going on here. Matt Bell, Jonah Thorell, and Kevin Taylor, gouge clothing. That's another Sturt photo. Jamie Thomas, owning the bar at Rincon. The bar that, what's his name, just recently fakey flipped over. Why are they putting the Simon Woodstock thing with Jamie Thomas? Imagine Simon Woodstock doing that. Here we go, Chris Sam with the Frontside Rock. 20 questions. Oh, what do we have here? So like deck size, wheel size, truck size. Wheelbase, yeah. So like these guys know their wheelbase. They're asking all these pros this stuff. Last trick they learned, et cetera, et cetera. Let's see if we can glean something interesting from here. Jamie Thomas says the most underrated skater is Sean Young. Like the favorite movies thing. Simon Woodstock likes the Judas Priest tour movie, the Dead Boys video, and 3 G.G. Allen movies. Okay, this must be before he went Christian. Oh, but he says he goes to the Surfers Chapel in Huntington Beach sometimes. Jamie Thomas says, I don't use religion to get where I'm going. What is it, like 1 year later, he started printing crosses on his own fucking skateboards? God, what a fucking hypocrite. What a joke this guy is. What's next in skating? Andy Roy dies. What's next for you? Killing Andy. Oh, man. Fellow San Jose guy, I think, right? Maybe they didn't like each other. I don't know. God, these guys all ride like at least 8.5-inch boards. It's crazy. This is weird. I remember thinking this was weird for 1997 because most boards were 8 inches or less. All the pros actually rode bigger boards. John Cardiel did not like fresh gear. Fresh gear, nope, didn't like it. What is Rob Dyrdek doing? What skating image has had the most impact on you? The Guns Kicking, the Ditch Gap, and the Vision promo. Last trick you learned, switch kickflip McTwist on the street at least. Okay, do you think he's funny? What's next for you? Time travel and maybe a little Mario Kart 64. Yeah, he was on this time travel kick. He probably still is. He probably still thinks he's gonna like invent time travel just with his mind. Alyssa Steamer, well, she rides a 7.5-inch board. Costin, ooh, kickflip, the Gons and the kickflip over the channel in a ditch. That is so funny. But I think that image had quite an impact on a lot of people. Yeah, everybody likes like just the best movies. They're all good. Caddyshack, Fletch, Fast Times, Ridgemont High, Friday, Return of the Jedi, Usual Suspects, Fargo, Goodfellas, Swingers. That's one of Costin's favorite movies. River's Edge, interesting. That from Ricky Oyola. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, When Harry Met Sally, The Ghost in the Darkness, Friday. Ghost in the Darkness is not a very good movie. Oh, he rides a 7.3. That's crazy. Gon's photos. Yep. Underrated skater is Karma Sochev. Underrated skater for Costin is Marcus McBride. Those are really interesting picks for those guys. Muska doing a pop shove it to board slide to fakie, which is like this is a big spin board slide. Steve Cab, Kareem Campbell. Kareem Campbell doesn't know what size anything that he has is except for his wheels and his trucks. Last trick he learned was switch hard flips to late 180 out both ways. What, like the Seva Kretkev? Kareem likes killing Zoe. Menace. Don't be a menace. The fucking menace dude likes menace to society, and also don't be a menace. Yeah, it's a bunch of 8.5s or 7.5s. That's what people are riding, really. It's not a lot super interesting going on there. Morocco? Yeah, this was weird. There was like nothing to skate in Morocco. This would have been a cool trip to see footage of, but I bet nobody landed anything. It was probably like 4 tricks landed. Crook shove, a full like sequence of a crook shove down like the littlest hubba. A 180 where he's about to land. That's crazy. Rolly with the back 270 lip. God, these photos are kind of underwhelming. Ooh, this was a sick photo though. Really so random for 1997. We got John McGrath volleying. Bunch of guys doing so-so stuff. Artsy and Blurry, yes, Satva. Artsy and Blurry, great, thank you. Blurry, how many? Blurry, Greco and a backsmith, that's very sick. I do not care for that angle or the blur. This looks like Thomas Campbell took it. This looks like he just wasn't set up in time. Summon a God is hiding in the shadows. I don't even know what's happening here. This is all terrible. The return of the skate park, okay, and can't get a good photo out of it. Backside 270 to backward nose grind. Holy fuck, that's so sick. 23 Skateboard Co. Why? Buckle down skate goods, fasten your seatbelt. Wow. It's skate goods, but they make seatbelt belts. The Philly virus is spreading at a rapid rate. Yeah, pole jam. Just a lot of sameness to these photos. They're blurry, overexposed, poor framing, poor composition, too close. In search of Neil Blender. That might be interesting, but I'm not gonna read it right now. America with no skating. Okay, well there's a little bit down there. Jamie Thomas. Ooh, already doing green stuff. Heavy on the green. These boards really did have a lot of concave. Okay, so that's it. Honestly pretty underwhelming. I remember this issue being better. I remember reading this a lot. I think mostly just for the novelty of it. Who skaters' favorite skaters were, what movies they were watching. All that stuff that like, and they're underrated skaters and favorite skaters and Best tricks they ever saw. This is like the blueprint for the Bunt interviews. That was cool at the time, but now I'm looking back on it like, it's kind of like, you know, hearing about yesterday's weather. Yeah, I mean, not like the most interesting look back at 1997 that I've even done. But I mean, still some novelty to it.